right?
Yeah.
If they can win this, maybe they feel like they can throw SY off, and maybe they have some kind of special strategy prepared as well.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. They play so much together in their Japanese community. And we have seen the double slings in 2 games, so yeah, I'm sure they have a strategy for this one as well.
Looks pretty fair this time. We have Yo, I think, well, Yinhua and Paladin quite close to the center. For PoJ, it looks like Chocobo and Dodonpa. Well, it's a little more even for PoJ. Still.
Number 23 is far, if you ask me.
Really far, yeah.
Yeah. So is Tokiwa, so that is more or less fair. Then in the flank in the south, Paladin as Mayans against Chocobo. Hans, I think Feng Xing Paladin is closer a little, but not much. I'm not expecting a restart here from Sai at least.
If it does go later, I mean, the Spanish trade bonus is also going to kick in. Aztecs, well, the thing is, if they let the Aztec free boom, which I highly doubt, then the Aztec player is going to be devastating on an open map like this, because obviously you can't wall. This map is just not wallable.
Yeah.
And I think the other reason they chose it is for Monk's Siege. As well, possibly. That's another option. I've seen it done. It's quite strong as well.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the flanks and the civilization distributions. Hans, Mayans in the south. Yeah.
I find it kind of interesting that all of the players have gone straight for the middle woods. On the other times that I've seen this map played, sometimes players will drop their first lumber camp like really close to the TC, just between 2 of those little forests or something, just to play it safe, rather than going straight for the middle.
Yep. It really depends. For number 23, for example, it would be miles to walk there, so it's definitely a good call to build a lumber camp close to the TC first. I think Sai can be really happy to get the Spanish player in the pocket position now. I think that is really better than the first game.
And also Spanish pocket. I think Spanish pocket's very big as well.
Sorry?
So you can go Spanish pocket for SY?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sai can be really happy to have Spanish as pocket now, yes.
And Mongols as well. That's nice.
Definitely.
There are enough deer as well. You can push in 4 deer. Each player has 4 deer that they can push in. We see number 23 and Yo going for the deer. Well, Yo is Mongols, so that's very expected. Yinghua is not going for the deer. He's scouting out the center and killing off Dodompa's Eagle Warrior. Dodonpa tried to lame a villager there, which he is now walled in.
Yeah, it's so easy to wall. 1 tile between the water and the forest, and it's walled basically.
Yeah. Thing is, Eagle Warrior can just garrison in the TC, heal up for a bit, so not the end of the world. And Paladin is also pushing deer. Yep, I think so. Yeah, Paladin's also pushing deer now. I think Yinhua will come back and push his deer. Yo with all of the deer in already. Okay, that's nice and early as Mongols, and no loom yet.
Do you see that Tokiwa actually went for the big forest in the middle, while number 23 didn't, so that is risky. Yeah, and he's definitely vulnerable there in the beginning.
And I think number 23 is going for Scout Rush, because if you look at his build, he's got 3 on wood. Yo's also going Scout Rush 19 pop.
Yes. Yo, oh yeah, he went up with population 19, 25% up. Let's check number 23. Still Dark Age.
He wants to do 21 pop, I think.
Yep, if he garrisons now. Ah, come on.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
He didn't get his second ball. Why didn't he get his second ball?
Where is it?
It's just to the right of his DC.
Oh yeah. It's not even far, he scouted it. Who needs boars when you can get deer? I don't know. Really? I don't know.
He's getting it
Can't
now.
tell.
I was just like, that was a really weird choice. It's going to be Trush for number 23. So Kiwa Barracks, so yeah, he's drushing.
Sorry, who is drushing?
So Kiwa.
Okay.
Aztec Drush.
Yes,
and Drush
there
from
it is.
Chocobo as well.
Mm-hmm.
Paladin is going up on 23 pop, so he's going standard archers. Oh, this is going to hurt number 23 so much, though. He's going forward with all these villagers, but he's going to run into an Aztec Drush if he's not careful. At least Yo should be able to defend him, because Yo's up so early with some scouts. Bit of a pause.
Yeah. The question is, where are these villagers going? Are they going straight for the wood, or are they going for the area around the TC? So for the gold, berries, etc.
I think when they usually trush at the start, they go for the area around the TCs.
I think so too, just
And
looking
then-
at the direction here the villagers are going to.
And usually the castle drops and everything are in the center, because
Yes.
if you go for the trush, there's just so much wood. Like they can just move the lumber camp. It's not like you can't move the lumber camp and then the trush is kind of useless. Whereas if you go near the TC, if you take them off hold, then it can be a lot of trouble. At least delay them from going castle age. You can pressure them near the TC. That means Ville's coming out from the TC, going towards that wood line that's ages away. Can't reach there safely as well.
Yeah. And I think it also depends if your enemy is really close, like has a lumber camp just a few tiles away, then towers make sense. Here that is not really the case. All the enemy players are quite far from each other. So, yeah.
Yeah, in general, there's not much wood on the map, but I'm saying, at this point in the game, you can just easily move your lumber camp.
Yeah, I thought about it as well. In the beginning we said it's a desert map, not much wood, and now we're saying there's so much wood. Well, it's just both. In the rest of the map, like 90% of the map, there's just not much, but in the middle and in the beginning, it is relatively much, yes.
And it looks like Escape is doing the same thing as Yo, except he went 20 pop instead of 19 pop. And yeah, you could reach the pocket wood with Trush, but most of the time I've seen people, sometimes if it's really, really close and it's 2v2, for example, I've seen the Trush on the middle wood, but 4v4 I've seen more common they go straight for the other resources of the flank players, rather than going for the middle wood.
Yeah. And as I said, for example, Paladin, Fengsing, and Chocobo are just far from each other. Wouldn't make any sense to trush a lot here. They're separated by this big forest. And Tokiwa is protecting his wood with militia, so not much to do there either. So yeah.
Does Tokiwa have more? Did Tokiwa just go 3 militia, by the way? And also, the drush from Chocobo is coming in now towards Paladin's base, and Paladin is not in feudal age yet. He's 40% up, so could do a bit of damage.
Hans drush there with 3 militia. Scout is on 41 HP, so that's good.
Yep, and Chocobo looks like he wants to rush FC, so I think if Paladin goes archers after he clears up the drush, he could do a lot of damage, because obviously players are just going to wall in their villages in the middle on the wood, like kind of like what Yinhua's done with his villages at the lumber camp. But archers will reach, so do a lot of damage. Can walk over to the pocket as well.
Yeah.
Mine cheaper archers as well.
Fengsing Paladin should wall fast now, because looking at the militia here from Chocobo, they're going towards the wood, and yeah, 3 militia and a scout can be really annoying at this stage. It's a long pause. Can you please resume the lobby?
Yep.
Elaine, thanks.
Everyone is back except the Yo. Let me see.
So maybe Yo, player in yellow dropped and we need to restore. Okay.